Ken had to stick around for our 8 o'clock hour because he's a big fan of this segment, and you are going to want to stick around for what's coming up this weekend. You know, this summer has been all about the return of in-person music festivals. Tomorrow, another one making a comeback.
Yeah, the Vanport Jazz Festival kicks off at the Colwood Golf Course in Northeast Portland.
Yeah, the two-day event brings together the biggest names in jazz and R&B, including some local talent. I'm here sitting on the couch because I'll be at the Vanport Jazz Festival as the MC on the Saturday session. Joining us live with everything you need to know about the festival is founder and organizer James Taylor. Good morning, James. Good to see you.
Hey, James.
Good morning, Ken.
Well, one of the things I really appreciate about the Vanport Jazz Festival, not only the great music, I mean, you got some great names, including Eric Benet, Music Soul Child, Marcus Miller this year, but also it pays tribute to the lost city of Vanport. So tell us about that.
Well, the city of Vanport, most citizens might know, was founded by Henry Kaiser, who was the founder of Kaiser Permanente Hospital. And Henry Kaiser, he recruited thousands of residents from the southern states, Mississippi, Louisiana, and elsewhere, to come to Portland to build ships during the war. And at that time, Portland didn't allow African Americans to reside in the city. And so Henry Kaiser founded the city of Vanport on property that now houses Heron Lakes Golf Course, as well as the Expo Center. And that city grew to approximately 48,000 from 1942 to 1948. It was the second largest city in Oregon. It had a college called Vanport College that later became Portland State. And unfortunately, the city was, lost in 1948 when the Columbia River levees broke, flooded the entire city and forced residents into the city of Portland. And so we wanted to found the festival to honor that city.
It is. It's such an important part of Portland's Black history, and I think a lot of people, don't know that there used to be this entire thriving city, in part of Portland today. So what an awesome opportunity to educate and entertain. Let's talk a little bit about the festival lineup this year. Who you got coming in?
Well, we've got them, as Ken mentioned, we've got Grammy-winning artist, bassist Marcus Miller. Marcus wrote for many, many artists, including the late Miles Davis. He collaborated on 3 of his albums. We've got Eric Benet, who is a Grammy-winning soul artist. And as I see on your screen there, we've got the legendary R&B artist, Music Soul Child. We also have, out of Nashville, Tennessee, jazz pianist and vocalist Candace Springs. We also have what I would call one of the surprising groups of the festival, Special Effects All-Stars. And on your screen there is Brian Simpson, a magnificent pianist based out of Los Angeles. He's played with all the greats, Rufus, Luther Vandross, Smokey Robinson. We've got a lineup that I think people will enjoy. It's full of vibrant, energy. And we're just very excited to present this lineup to the city of Portland.
How do you feel like this festival has made an impact? You go back to the history of Vanport, kind of like how you mentioned, Emily. It's such a big chapter of all of Portland's history that a lot of people don't always know about. How has this festival put that piece of history back on the map? Have you seen that impact, that it's brought that attention to the history of Vanport for people who may not have known about it before?
Well, I think it has. Many of our attendees, they have relatives that lived in Vanport. Myself, I have a father-in-law whose family grew up in Vanport, but we have people coming from all over the region, the Seattle market, Phoenix, Arizona, Nevada, Las Vegas, Philadelphia. And when they get here, they learn about the city of Vanport. It's almost like a reunion, if you will. And it's people that didn't even know about Vanport. As I said, they're learning about the city of Vanport, learning about the history of Portland, and more importantly, they're learning about the music, because when the city flooded, people who came from the South, they moved into the city of Portland. They founded nightclubs and other venues. You had jazz greats like Dizzy Gillespie, Ella Fitzgerald, Sammy Davis Jr., people like that came to the city of Portland during the late 40s and 50s, primarily because of the city of Vanport and the residents who lived there. So they're learning about this legacy. And, part of our tagline is discover the legacy, experience the revival. We want people to discover the legacy of Vanport, but also experience the revival. And that revival is about people, but also about music.
Yeah, absolutely, James. It's been my honor to be involved with Vanport Jazz Festival since the beginning, and looking forward to my MC gig on Saturday. Starts on Friday though. So briefly, just tell me how people can get tickets.
Well, they can get tickets at the gate, but also you can visit our website, vanportjazzfestival.com, and pick up your tickets there. The concert is held at the Coalwood Golf Course, which is at 73rd and Northeast Columbia Boulevard.
All right, festival organizer James Taylor, thank you for joining us, and we'll be getting together for lunch a little later on today.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, again, and all the fans love to see you MC the show, so thank you for coming back for the 5th year.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Keep an eye out for the fedora. He'll have the fedora.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to bring the brim. Again, the Vanport Jazz Festival is happening tomorrow and Saturday at Coalwood Golf Course. That's located on Northeast Columbia Boulevard around 72nd. For tickets and to check out the lineup, go to vanportjazzfestival.com.
Yeah, if there's a jazz festival, you're at it.
I'm usually there.
This one does hold a special place in your heart, though, I feel like. I think
no doubt about it. Yeah,
bit.
I've done a number of stories on the history of Vanport and talked to Vanport survivors as well as descendants.
Yeah.
So this means a lot.
It's been a really very
great.
cool way to keep that history alive.
No doubt about it.